Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is, where you're at. Thank you for watching. So this is going to be a real estate study guide series. This is going to be the first one of many. I don't know how many yet, but this should help you with studying for your real estate exam, whatever state you're in. It should help you with basics. It's going to have some little quizzes in here. So feel free to keep watching the video time as much as you need to watch it to help you, and do some screenshots if you need to over the questions. So we will be having this several times. This is a way to build wealth, so it will be a part of my channel. Please subscribe. I'm going to take my face off now, and you will hear me in the background speaking. Okay, so we're going to continue on to, we're going to do land, real estate, and real property, land, and personal property. We're going to look at some terms here and see which is which, so we get an understanding of what we're talking about. If you need any of these downloads, feel free to contact me on my website, and I should be able to just give you some free downloads to help you. Okay, so this is going to show you the difference between the land, real estate, and real property. All these terms are necessary when you're taking your exam to understand the difference. Land is defined as the Earth's surface extending downward to the center of the Earth, including permanently attached natural objects. Real estate includes everything in the definition of land, plus all the things that are permanently attached naturally or artificially, such as fencing, buildings, walkways. Now you have to ask yourself, for real estate, can we lift this up when selling this property? Can we take the shed off without destroying the value of the property? Can we take the fences down and take them with us without ruining the look or changing the cost, the value of this home? And most cases it's no. If it's like built in, like a swimming pool or anything like walkways, you know, those types of things you cannot take them with you. So you will have to sell them with the property. Real property includes real estate, plus the interests, benefits, and rights included with ownership. And these rights are possession, the right to occupy the property. Enjoyment is the right to use the property any way you want, legally, I should say. I mean, if you're like doing midnight parties during the week and, you know, you shouldn't be, you know, I understand you want to enjoy it, but you can't be doing this every night if there's a legal thing where you have to be quiet after a certain time. So just keep that in mind. Enjoyment is the right to use it in a legal way, okay? So make sure it's legal. Exclusion is the right to refuse others to enter or use the property. If you don't want somebody on your property, you have the right to tell them no. Control is the right to determine how the property will be used by the owners. Similar to enjoyment, but extends to other parties. So, for instance, if you want to give somebody else control over your home to use it, you can do that. The right to dispose of the property means you can sell it when you want to sell it. Real property versus personal property. And here's a little picture that might help you visual people. So personal property is anything that is not real property. And the real property includes anything that's permanently attached. So if it's not permanently attached, then it's considered personal property. So we went through this a little bit already. Like this freestanding gazebo right here. See, this one is not really attached to the property. It's kind of just like a portable one that you probably could take down, and they put these temporary things up for parties and such. Now this would not be considered this would be considered personal property. This would be considered real property because it is actually in the cement on the property, and you cannot take it down without destroying the value of that house. So that's kind of like a way to tell the difference here. And the same goes for swimming pools and hot tubs. You know, they have these portable hot tubs, these inflatable hot tubs. Those can take with you. Those are considered personal property. Okay, so we're going to get out of this, and hopefully that'll help a little bit before we go on. Okay, so we're going to do land, real estate, and real property, and feel free to take screenshots if you need to on these questions so you can go back and study. The Earth's surface extending downward to the center of the Earth and upward to infinity, including permanently attached natural objects. Now, I don't have these memorized, so I might get them wrong. Okay, let's see what that might be. I want to guess land. Okay, and this one might be, this is permanently attached, so that would be, I want to say real estate. And we'll say this one is real estate plus the benefits. I'm going to say this one's real estate and this one's a real property. Okay. Anyway, well, let's try this. Check our answers. Oh, that was correct. Okay. So all things permanently attached is real estate. Real estate plus the interest is real property. Okay. Improvements, real property and personal property. Real estate plus the interest, benefits, and rights automatically included with real estate ownership. Didn't we just have this question? Let's try real property. Everything that's not real property is personal property. Permanent man-made attachments include fencing, building, and walkways are improvements to the house. That probably will have to stay with the house because it increases the value of the home. Okay, in case you want a screenshot here. I'll leave that up for a second. And permanent man-made attachments, that is my parrot. I can't apologize for that. I can't control him yelling in the background. Okay, all right, we got all those right. Rights associated with real property. As you know, the definition of real property includes interest, benefits, and rights. So what are the rights associated with real property? You have the right to enjoyment, disposition, you have the right to possess it, control it, and exclude anybody from the property you want. Okay, take your screenshot right about now. And there you go. I've done this a few times because I had to redo this video. So that's why I know this one. Okay, now that you've correctly identified what the rights are, select the term. Right to occupy the property. I'm going to let you do a screenshot if you need to for a second. Right to occupy the property is possession. Right to determine how others may use the property. Control. And right to use it the way you desire legally. You see how legally is in parentheses? All right. So that's the right to use them. Okay. And we got a little bit more. If you want to take a screenshot, go ahead before I give you the answers. Define these real property rights. Right to refuse others access. You can take them. You don't have to let people on your property. Determine how and when and whether the property is to be sold. Do you want to rent it out? Do you want to transfer it? Disposition. Okay. Okay, at the end of this unit, we will have an exam, but this is the end of lesson 2. Real property versus, getting the lay of the land, I think is where we're just at. So, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next series.